Okay.
Okay, we are back and we are continuing our discussion on Olympic data with Tableau. So last time we did a couple of things about Olympics data, mostly learning about filtering, assigning colors, understanding a little bit more about this data that we have, right? Finding some interesting things with the data.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the map was all over the place, right? So we used a different map. All right. Lavanya, you did some additional things with this same data. Should we talk about that? I know some of that was just purely your exploration, and then we found one thing really cool about somebody we know that was in the Olympics. We'll get to that. Just keep watching. We're gonna get to that. Go ahead, Lavanya. Take us from where we are. This is where we left off last time.
So, this is another sheet that I did.
Okay. Oops, sorry.
It shows for women's gymnastics in the United States and gold medals in a bar graph. So it's kind of a lot of things. And yeah.
Right. Okay. So just so we can help our audience out, you have this field called gold medals in here. I know this is an advanced concept that you covered, but what is the gold medal here? What does that field mean? Because that did not exist in the data source, so people won't know what that is. You want to show us what you did there?
So how would I do it again?
How would you do it again? I mean, you can just go into edit mode and then just show them what you did.
Okay, so in edit, so it was a calculated field.
Yeah, that's a calculated field, yeah.
So you helped me because I didn't really understand it.
Right.
But it's this code or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like writing code, but in a very simple way, right? So we started off, I'm going to comment this out and we'll just go through our journey. This is commenting. If you put two double quotes, that just becomes commenting, right? So you said, can I just say medal gold? This is where your start was. You said, I just want to find the gold medals.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a great start, right? So we said, oh yeah, we could just say medal equals gold. Tableau still did not like it. So Tableau is going to guide you along the way and said, well, we don't know what this field gold is. We're not looking for a field here. We're just looking for a value, right? If it's a value, all you need to do is put double quotes. Now the calculation is valid.
Mm-hmm.
So what does this become? This becomes a calculated field where it's checking for gold medals, right? If we did that, what will happen is that it will only show the data where the medal is gold, right? But that's a condition we want to apply. And once that condition is applied, what is it that you're looking for?
How many medals?
Right, so
like
you're doing
the
two
count.
things. You're not just looking for gold medals, you're saying if the medal is gold, then show me the count of all the medals. And then we just kept building. So I said there's a concept called if then else. It's a little bit of a code. So we typed if medal equals gold. Okay, take me away.
Then count.
Okay, so as I keep typing, Tableau is helping me out, saying, oh, there's a formula called count, okay? I'm going to say, okay, I like that. Count of what?
And then it says it needs an expression.
Okay,
So then we wanted it to be medals.
okay. So I'll count a medal, okay? So I like this. If medal is gold, then count the medals. So, but it still says it's not valuable, or sorry, it's not correct. It's not valid.
It says expected end to match if at character 55.
What does that mean?
That you need to put the word end at the end of it.
Okay, so that's just the way we have to write an if expression. Would that work? So I did it. It's still not valid.
Now it says cannot mix aggregate and non-aggregate comparisons or results in if expressions.
Right. So when we got to this, I said, I'm going to explain all the aggregations and non-aggregations to you another time. But for now, if you're trying to mix and aggregate, so this is an aggregate. We're summing something up, we're counting things together. But this is just one value, right? Tableau doesn't like comparing those. For you to fix that, you just simply type attr. And for now, just say that's what you need to do, and I'm going to explain it in a future session, but you could just do it this way. This is how we got to this, right? And that's the same thing that's above.
Yep.
Right? So you did okay, and that will tell us only the gold medals and nothing else. Okay, perfect. I like it. So that's okay. And you built this out, and this way you get to know what? Within US, who has the most gold medals?
For gymnastics and women's.
How do you know? I don't know if it's just for gymnastics and women. Can you guide us through that?
So I made it filter so it would only show a few, and it was gymnastics that I did. And it's, if you scroll down, then all of the women's gymnastics is checkboxed.
Nice. And those are the ones that are here. Cool. Can I show you a cool trick? So what if there were, I'm going to go take you back into that filter. What if you had not 600 values, but 16,000 values, and you had to find those 9, and you didn't remember it was gymnastics? Might be really hard. So once you have selected that, and if you change it to custom value, it only shows the ones that you selected. Is that cool?
Yep.
And what if I wanted to add men's gymnastics? What can I do? Can I just add them here? Yeah. So I can just do gymnastics, and then Tableau says, okay, do you want to just add the value called gymnast? No, I want to look for more values like that. Can't find it.
Because you did gymnast.
Because what?
You spelled it wrong.
Oh, yeah, of course. My spelling is always pretty bad. Now I have more values that I can just add to it, right? And now if I close this out, I have 11 values, and I can just take them out, or I can switch back. So that just becomes an easy way for me to see all the values if this list is really long. Okay, so that was good. That was filters. So this is one way you found some other pieces of data. What else did you do? You did maybe another exploration, I remember. This was us just kind of playing around, right?
Yeah.
And we had added the colors. What is sheet 9? Sheet 9 is empty. That's okay. So another tip that I can give you is that whenever you're creating different sheets, anything that you think is meaningful for you to save, you can just give it a name. And if you're just doing some exploration, you can just call it sheet 1, sheet 2, because later on we can just delete them. Right? All right. Why don't we end this with something very interesting that I promised the audience in the beginning?
Okay.
Okay to share? Okay. So Lavanya was doing all this exploration. Livian had some other work to do. So that's what she was working on. And then she was watching her to do it. And then I think Livian, you just came into the room, and I think you were on the sheet. Who was hovering over this sheet?
Me.
You were, right? So Livian was just hovering over, kind of tilting her head sideways and saying, okay, Simone Biles, Gabrielle, yeah, and then she kept going and going and going, and all of a sudden she comes here. And I said, whoa, that's Amy Chow. And they both were like, what? I said, that's Amy Chow. And they both are like, okay, what does that mean? I said, that used to be your doctor. And they're like, no. I said, yes, that's exactly right. So the interesting story we found here, which is not something we were even looking for, was that, and we knew this about, Dr. Amy Chow, that Dr. Amy Chow used to be a doctor, but she also used to be a gymnast. And she actually won a gold medal as part of the overall team in 1996.
All around.
The all-around one, right? So we said, okay, let's do just a little bit more. Let's just see what this data is, and that's the gold. And then if we go to the full data, then we got to see when she was 18 in 1996 summer, and that was her height. But she represented USA in gymnastics. And did we skip through the event? Where's the event? There. In gymnastics, women all around. She won the gold for us. So that was kind of like a cool moment for us to look at. And then we just kind of moved away from Tableau and watched a few of her videos. See her do a balance beam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually trying to find that. I was just wondering. Over here,
Right.
it says minus ho and then minus all those other names.
Right.
So then that was what I was really doing.
Right.
I wasn't meaning to find.
I know you weren't
anything.
meaning to find it. You were just trying to figure out what that minus was, and maybe that was their, a name before that they had as a maiden name or a different name that they used. That's my best guess, and I can look into it. But anyway, it was kind of cool to see, something about Dr. Amy Chow, and that is. Where's Dr. Amy Chow? That's Dr. Amy Chow. You can watch her videos. But anyway, that was what we did with our exploration about Olympics. I think we're going to stick with the Olympic theme for a little bit longer, just to find more things. There's some good data points or good things in here for us to analyze. So keep looking forward to this, and we'll see you back soon.
Bye.
All right? Guys, you want to wrap up?
Bye.
Okay. All right.